Well, lots of our work was inspired by artefacts within the museum and with the local countryside in our village. On this particular task that Sonia set us this week was a found words task. So she sent us off, all unsuspecting, to find words that were written within text around the museum. I really should have been alerted, because when we got back to our table, she said, right, now you need to put these all into a poem. And I thought to myself, oh dear, what the hell am I going to do with melodeon? So this one is called Strike Up Your Melodeon. So, strike up your melodeon and sing me shamrock tales in the sail loft down on Cross Street, where they used to store the sails. A green and fertile valley tumbles softly toward the rocky shore. Once doomsday peasants tilled their strips, and mutton grazed on open moor. And later, village gardeners grew strawberries ripe and sweet for sale. In taverns on the cobbled street, old boys would yarn and sip their ale. Evacuees found haven here, safe from Hitler and his Blitz. And Betsy Johnson, after school, showed farmer boys her homework. Sing me songs of silver loads, of minerals and miners, the clattering of donkey carts of ore for the refiners. Down in the harbour, gently beached with glistening catch the fishing boats, and lobster men, and crabbers too, rowing out toward their floats. Maurice went labouring at low tide. Children played, and children splashed. Where schoolgirls learned to swim like fish, Atlantic rollers sometimes crashed. Wreckers, aye, and smugglers too, crept noiselessly upon the sand at dead of night without a light, and hid their chests of contraband. And bang those drums for the Irish Earl, whose blood stained village hands, the Oss, the Fool, the Grenadiers, who shot him on the sands. So, strike up your melodeon, where they used to store the sails. I love it when you sing to me those shamrock village tales.
This poem was written as an exercise trying to capture some of the sounds involved, but hopefully it's fairly self-explanatory. Milking time. Cows gently amble up the trackway. Quiet hooffall, tails swish flies away. Warm bovine smells fill the early air. Fresh cudded grass on breath, hide and hair. Morning birdsong chirrups from hedgerow. Blackbird, dunnock, chaffinch and sparrow. Spring grass dung plops, splashes on concrete. Gates clang shut, tight-uddered matrons wait. Switch on vacuum pump, droning hum noise. Pulsators beat out, kaboosh, kaboosh. Rattle feed into plastic wall troughs. Eager cows surge in to crunch the nuts. Standing in a row, ready to milk, wipe teats clean, fragile skin soft as silk. Put on milking cups, gentle suction, watch milk flow, admire cow's production. Take off cluster as each cow completes, rub on emollient to relaxed teats. Another clang crash from 5-rail maze, then happy mooing as out to graze.
Right, well, here's a sonnet for my grandson Joe, after looking with him through some old photos. Have I really lived my life all these years? The ups and downs, the ins and outs of time. A time with many joys and many tears. A dream world where those ghosts and shadows mime. Yes, it's true. These photos show me at 2, facing the world in short pants, with a look that seems to say, I'm me, but who are you? A question I ask as I write my book. I tried so hard to make my way through pain, finding refuge in adventurous schemes, to calm the restless sea, but all in vain. These photos cannot lie, nor can the dreams. Pictures mingle with words in my story. Plenty of power, but not much glory.
You like? Right. As I understand it, haiku is a 3-line verse with the first and last lines having 5 syllables and the middle line 7. It's probably a very simplified definition, but one we can work with. The aim of the haiku is to capture the essence of an intrinsic truth and to inspire further contemplation. Having attended a lecture on haiku and seen a photograph of 3 life-size sculptures, I then wrote the following. Meeting the master, quietly seeking answers. Answer is silence.
Don't need these on. Now this is a childhood memory we wrote about, and it's a rather nasty day. I remember when I was very small and at school in London, as you can guess. It's called fog. How short the daylight on that late November day. Fog came so swiftly. Out to the school gates, clutching at my sister's hand. We could see nothing. Heard adult voices. Parents calling children's names. My dad's voice loudest. He held us firmly, guiding us through the dense fog. A torch beam, useless. Atmosphere so thick, sulphurous, yellow and damp, clinging to clothing. We walked blind and scared, with no familiar landmarks. All sounds were muffled. Millions of coal fires, thousands of factories belching smoke from their chimneys. Relying on Dad to lead us through local streets. Was blindness like this? The fog is choking, growing worse every minute. How far now to home? Dad felt for lampposts. Though no light was visible, they could still guide us. 30 more and turn left. 15 more to cross the road. 20. Then we're home. People are calling, which way the high street? Lost and bewildered. At last, we reach home, haven of warmth and light. Once more, I could see, eyes red-rimmed and sore, grime smothering our faces. We all smell of soot.